Wow, man, what a great group. I wish I had my notes. Again, no pads on, but man, wow, we got some impressive newcomers. I was very, very impressed with the secondary. Really impressed. Marcus Ball, Jamie Johnson, James Johnson, Jamie. I can't pronounce his last name, or I would. How do you pronounce Jamie's last name? Odomewo. Is that it? Wow, great. Did good. Very, very, Will Early, Solomon Means. I mean, we really, guys moving around real good. Really communicating in the back end. I mean, really got some really impressive long guys, tall safeties. So very impressed. I'm very impressed with the defensive line. Obviously, Marcus Hardison was very impressive. Chance Cox, very impressive. I mean, talking about looks good, trained well. Linebacker, obviously we got some good newcomers there. Antonio Langino, Ami Latu. Say that right, Ami? That's what we call him. We call him Ami. AJ and Ami. But very impressed with the linebacker core, the young linebacker core that we have. Offensively, the wideouts, Cameron Smith, EJ, Ronald Lewis. Just very impressed with the guy. I mean, it was very impressive looking bunch of guys, and flew around, had a great attitude. Now, what I love is they don't know anything but running on and off the field. So they actually run off the field sometimes better than our older guys, but just really a pleasure to work with those guys. So it was a really good first day. Obviously, they're not prepared for the tempo of how things work, so that's very difficult to do. So they've got today and tomorrow, and then it gets going really fast because they'll move up with that older bunch. But really pleased with the first day. Again, no pads on, you can't tell a lot, but I thought it was a really good day.
Coach, even with the tempo issues, could you see it start to click a little bit for the boys as it went on?
Yeah, I thought it was good. I mean, obviously there's a difference between the guys who've been doing it for a year, but I was just very impressed with how they communicated, how we lined up. Very few penalties. There were some, I think there's 3 or 4 illegal procedure penalties that we had. Guys competed well, got after it, and I was pleased. I thought that was all I got to compare it to is what it was last year, and I would say that bunch was really I want to say an improvement, but a lot more players.
Even though he didn't get to practice much in the spring, how much did that just being around help Chance?
Oh yeah, you could tell night and day. He doesn't seem like a newcomer. I think Carlos Mendoza was impressive today. We just got to get him in football shape to be able to handle things. But no, Chance I thought was very impressive. I'm very impressed with him, and just learning how to play at this level. That spring helped him tremendously being around it, and so he's playing pretty fast right now. Than if he wouldn't have, it'd have been a lot harder. And then having him train all summer with Grizz, and all spring, and then all summer with Grizz has been big too, because you can see he's pretty impressive looking.
Watching him and talking to him, it seems like Antonio Langino is really right now trying to take everything in. What have you seen from him in terms of how quick he can pick things up?
Yeah, I mean, he was really sharp in the meetings and stuff. I think the tempo got to him a little bit today. Those guys got a little frustrated, and they got to get used to the strain, and it's we do that in a positive way, but you got to be able to. That's kind of the hardest thing, is the mental aspect of the mental maturity, being able to transition them. And I take great pride in that. I think that we've got a very good system to be able to transition guys, but I would tell you he would say that's probably the hardest thing he's ever done today. So they were a little frustrated. I could tell there's some frustration in their eyes. We're used to there's not much bad body language out here, and those little bit. I'm big on those little bitty things, and so there was just a little bit of that, and so we coached the heck out of that today. But yeah, they picked it up well. I mean, it's not. We're being very simple right now, but still, I mean, they very impressed with how they run, how they strike. I mean, you just watch the drills we ran through on special teams, you're going like, wow, some pretty good-looking guys. So we were excited about those guys. I think, obviously, I felt really good about that bunch of the JC guys, the newcomers that were coming in here. I feel great about them. It's just a really solid group. I was very excited and encouraged in practice about the personnel and the potential. But we got a lot of work to do.
Do you think one or more of those wideouts, maybe Cameron, might be able to play as true freshman?
Yeah, I do. I think that all 3 of them have a chance to, but I expect at least 1 or 2 of them to.
What's the transition like for Carlos going from that will spot to spur?
You know, we spent a lot of time. You know, Coach Dan Lanning we spent a lot of time. You know, he's our in-house recruiting coordinator, and we spent a lot of time evaluating him. And we kind of think that we might have he can run, really run, and we think he's a really solid blitzer. He's a great. When he was in last year, he had a knack for the ball. He had a couple of interceptions, and so we're thinking that might be a good place for him. So he showed some signs today. He's got to get in football shape.
You had Mike Bercovici out here this morning, and obviously tonight you had Mike Eubank and Terry Goldman. What you notice from those three quarterbacks?
Obviously all the quarterbacks. The biggest thing this morning was we turned the football over, had too many negative plays, but very, very confident command of what they're doing, and Eubank had quite a few big plays today, so I thought they did a good job. The big thing is you can tell the difference in just how they understand what they're doing, managing the offense. Okay.
Coach, what did you see out of Grant Martinez today?
He just learning, trying to learn. It's a fast-paced deal. He had a couple of procedure penalties, but obviously learning that system, and that's a kind of complicated position there. And again, very athletic. Guy's going to be a great player for us. All right, that's it.